Kirsch and Emyle, New Country, fewer commercials, New Country 103.9. It's 6:11 this morning, 68 in C-Bus. Buckeye Country Superfest this weekend, Emily. Man, like I said, it was so hot.
You know, I've been to really hot concerts before, but I don't know if it was that hot.
It was brutal on Saturday. Yesterday was a lot more comfortable, and there was some rain that came through and all that kind of stuff. By the time Superfest came around, it had cleared up, and it was actually pretty nice out. But Saturday was just brutal. I'm gonna tell you one of the things, and see if you agree with this. One of the things I loved about Buckeye Country Superfest this year. So Zach Bryan was your headliner. Turnpike Troubadours were there. Charlie Crockett, Billy Strings. So many big shows that hit stadiums now are so overproduced, like Drake or this is gonna hurt Taylor Swift.
No, she is,
right?
But that's part of her thing. Yeah,
that's part of her thing. This was
that way.
Just a bunch of bands that got up on stage and played their instruments, and they filled the shoe 2 days in a row, and that makes my heart happy.
You know what? That makes me happy because I thought about that the other day. Actually, I was like, the only other person I can think of who does that is Ed Sheeran. You know,
yeah.
They just stand up there with a guitar, or no, Chris Stapleton probably does too.
Yeah, but Chris Stapleton's not going to sell out the shoe 2 days in a row.
That's true.
Neither is Ed Sheeran.
That's true.
These guys,
awesome.
I mean, they just got up there and played music live, and it was great. It was crazy hot. Zach Bryan had to stop in the middle of something in the Orange. Did you see that on Saturday? Saturday.
Yes.
There was a spider on his neck.
Welcome to Ohio, I guess.
He's just playing along, and he's like, hold on. He had to take a spider off his neck. Did want to say it was so great to meet everybody who stopped by and hung out with us at the pre-show tailgate. You were busy on Saturday.
I was, yes, unfortunately.
So you couldn't make it down. Did you see the photos?
Yes, they looked amazing. The kimono was my fave.
There was a dude. His name was Smiley.
I love
and
that.
Smiley stopped by in a kimono. And so he's in bright red shorts, a smiley hat, and a pink kimono. And the whole, he just had the chest hair and the belly and all he was something else. He said the reason he does it is because they don't let him into concerts shirtless, and that's the closest he can be to shirtless.
You know what?
And he just wants to be shirtless.
Work smarter, not harder, right? That's what I love.
Exactly. We posted Smiley and the Merca guy that I'm going to say over on socials. Go check these guys out. I had to get my picture with them.
Obviously.
They were absolutely.
Can I Photoshop myself in? I might do that.
Please do.
I might do that and pretend I was there.
Work on that this morning. It's Monday. We're all kind of tired, a little sleepy coming off this weekend. Kirsch and Emyle, New Country, fewer commercials, New Country 103.9. I mentioned off air, we were just talking here and about a sleepover. My daughter went to a sleepover this weekend. And Emily, you always come to me with these stories. You're like, oh, she went to a sleepover?
Okay,
did you hear this story?
That's not how it went. I just said, I feel like people are very torn if they let their kids sleep over or not. But yes, this story is kind of crazy. So an Oregon man drugged his daughter and her friends with fruit smoothies laced with sleeping medication after they didn't go to bed during a sleepover.
What?
Yes. What? Drugged his daughter and her friends.
So where do you find these stories?
I saw it on the news.
When? Was it recent?
It was this month, yeah. Actually, last week.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, he was sentenced to 2 years in prison. But no, I saw it on the news and I went, that's insane.
Well, here's what I think. So there's so many news stories out there, which I think you can find the bad. The news likes to talk about the bad.
Right.
If you don't let your kids go to sleepovers because some guy in Oregon is a nutball.
But I think some people say they don't let their kids because they don't trust the other parents. And I was just using that story as an example.
Yeah, well, look, there are some parents that I would not let my kids go sleep at their house, right?
Right.
But, if you trust the other parents and you know them and, I don't see any reason not to.
I've just seen 50-50 split on it. I grew up going to sleepovers, so,
I love that. You're like, oh man, you let her go to a sleepover? What if she gets drugged by the smoothies?
I would never. Oh my goodness. I know you do your background checks.
Yeah, I do. I've got an FBI agent neighbor. I have him look into all the parents.
You have someone for everything.
I do. Seriously, my one neighbor's an FBI agent. I get him on parents. to check them out. Kirsch and Emyle, New Country, fewer commercials, New Country 103.9. It's cold this morning, Emily.
I think it feels fantastic compared to the weekend.
66 in Seabus to start your day. It's going to be cold today, 85.
So cold.
And after the past couple of days.
Bust out my winter coat.
Reminder, we've got some tickets for you. Luke Bryan's farm tour is going to be at the Miller Family Farm in Millersport coming up on Friday, September 27th. Tickets are at lukebryan.com. Or if you like free stuff, we've got some of those coming up just after 7 o'clock. It'll be right around 7:05. Text and win.
I'm actually really excited about that concert.
I am too. I love
every year.
He's good. We start your Monday with happy headlines. Emily, you've got a few for us.
Yeah, so I want to know if you would do this or not. So a woman from D.C. bought a vase at a thrift store for $4 and recently found out it was an ancient Mayan artifact from over 2,000 years ago.
What?
Yes.
Really?
So
that's wild.
Instead of selling it, she gave it back to Mexico so that it can go in a museum. She joked that she was just relieved to get it out of her house because she has 3 young boys who probably would have broken it. Would you have given it back? Or see what it's worth first?
Yeah, I would see what it was worth first. I'd be like, score, thrift shop, score right here. I mean, if it was worth, if it was worth $30, I'd give it back. Yeah. If it was worth $30 million, retirement right there.
Sorry, Mexico. That's what you would say.
Yeah, sorry, Mexico.
So the Angel Heart Pajama Project is a charity based in Tucson, Arizona. And
wait, what's it called? Say it again.
Angel Heart Pajama Project. I know, it's fine. It's Monday morning, and their goal is to give bedtime gifts to as many kids as possible for free. I love this. So the group was founded by the mother of Maria Patterson more than a decade ago, and they deliver pajamas, books, and blankets to places to help kids in need, such as the Ronald McDonald House charities. But Maria's mom was inspired to start the charity because she, along with Maria, escaped Cuba to come to America.
Wow.
And Maria's mom, the first thing when the family made it to Chicago, the first thing Maria's mom was able to get her kids were pajamas.
Or some jammy jams.
Yes. So she kept things rolling. Maria kept things rolling and will be visiting dozens of charity groups just this summer alone because it's in honor of her mom who passed away. But I love that.
That's awesome.
Yeah. I mean, I would never have thought of that, honestly. I know that sounds bad, but pajamas, I mean, yeah.
See, I love happy headlines because the news is not going to tell you about this. The news is going to be like, oh, here's what happened terrible today, because that's how they all talk on the news.
Exactly how it sounds. How did you do that so well?
or my favorite is David Muir. Is that his name?
Yes.
The guy who looks like somebody farted in the studio every time he talks. He makes his face
for me. Thank you.
A terrible day in America today. That's the news. So thank you for the happy headlines. I appreciate it. 7-Eleven with Kirsch and Emyle, New Country, fewer commercials, New Country 103.9. As we get started Monday morning, I am energetic, and you're not. You were up late last night, weren't you?
I have a sick kid at home. It takes a lot out of you. I'm trying. I got this.
Emily texted me at like 2 o'clock in the morning or something like that, and I mean my phone was on DND, so I totally missed it. Yeah, exactly. Okay, so we've got to let you know about this. Christmas in July is coming up, and this is one of our favorite things we do here at Country 103.9, and we need your help.
I love this.
All right, so here's what this is. We are going to broadcast our entire show live outside of our studios here on Friday, July 26th. Yeah, so
I was trying to help you out.
1458 Dublin Road. We're going to be outside from 6 to 10 a.m. taking your donations of a new toy or item from the wish list to help support the kids at Nationwide Children's Hospital, which I love.
I know, me too. Who doesn't? Who doesn't love, helping children out?
So we've got a wish list over at country1039fm.com. But what's some of the stuff they need the most, Emily?
They are looking for board games, superhero like figurines, Marvel DVDs, which I was like, oh, that's interesting. I like that. Stuffed animals, Lego slime kits and Play-Doh.
Coloring
toys,
books, crayons, that kind of stuff
all that
too.
Stuff. Yeah, toddler toys, all plastic, and books. Gotta love books, right?
Exactly. So you can drop these off, and we'll make sure they get to the kids at Nationwide Children's Hospital and the teens. They run low this time of year, I bet, because everybody thinks about them around Christmas time, but not in the middle of July. So it's Christmas in July.
Exactly. I love it. And they have a whole Amazon wish list as well.
Yeah, so check that out. We've got the link for everything. This is all powered by Buckeye City Motorsports, Logan AC and Heat Services, Window Nation, and New Country. Fewer commercials. New Country 103.9. You can also, we team up with our sister station on this, 99.7 The Blitz, and we've got it set up where you can also, if you want to make a direct cash donation, you can text Blitz Kids, which is BLITZ KIDS, to 51555. And that will go to buying some things for the kids down there. So there you go. Again, Friday, July 26th. Are you ready for the... I hope it's so hot that day, Emily.
It's okay. It's worth it. It's for the kids.
Sweating our butts off out there. Plus, you get to hang out with Emily. I'll just be holding the mic in the tent. You can go take all the donations.
That's fine with me.
So, yeah, you need to find out more. Check the website. During that song, Emily, which part makes us both kind of cringe?
When he sings Naked in My Bed. Is that right? It's just, I don't know. I've always been that way.
There's something kind of weird about that. I get a little, I love that song, right? But the whole Naked in My Bed, I'm like, whoa, okay. Hey, good morning. It's 7:29 with Kirsch and Emyle.
Only in the finest here.
See the feud between Dave Grohl and Taylor Swift?
No, I didn't, because those are two wonderful people, and I refuse to believe they're feuding.
I don't really think they're feuding. Maybe they are, but I love Dave Grohl. I think he's amazing.
Who doesn't love Dave Grohl, though?
Right, seriously. So, a crack about Taylor Swift during his Foo Fighters show in London Saturday. London Stadium, where Taylor was down the street at Wembley Stadium.
Yes.
And here's the joke Dave made about his tour name. Let's see if I can get this to play here.
You don't want to suck the rap of Taylor Swift. So we like to call our tour the Eras Tour. We've had more than a few eras, and more than a few eras as well. That's because we actually play live. What? You guys like live rock and roll music, right? You came to the right place.
So yeah, Dave made a crack saying that, hey, it's because we actually play live, hinting that he thinks Taylor Swift doesn't.
She does.
How do you know?
Because I've seen her.
You've seen her play live?
Yes, she
I actually saw her play live in 2006.
I never miss a show, sadly.
It was a crowd of about 5 people watching her play live.
No, she does. You can tell. I would be able to tell if she doesn't. And he's probably going to have all of the Swifties attack him now.
I don't know. I would not attack Dave Grohl. I think he would win. What were you just asking me about? You before we went on air, you asked about something like a good timing versus bad timing on things. Yeah. What was this?
So what is the right time to mow the lawn in the morning?
The right time?
Yeah.
Or are you asking how early is too early to fire up the mower?
Yes. How early is too early?
Oh gosh, I'm gonna say 9:30.
Okay.
Is before 9:30? You're pushing it. You're upsetting your neighbors.
So you don't think like 8 a.m. or later?
I mean, it depends on where you live. If you're out on 30 acres and you're going to go mow the back 30 or back 20 or whatever, and nobody lives back there, who cares? Go do it at 3 a.m. if you've got headlights. But like if you're in a subdivision, if you're in my neighborhood and you fire up the mower at 7 o'clock in the morning, come on, that's rude.
It is. But I always feel like 8 a.m. is that sweet spot. I don't know why.
You mow at 8 a.m.?
Okay, one, that's laughable about me knowing how to mow. But 2, no, I just always feel like 8 a.m. It's just, I don't know. I've always felt that way. It's the right time. Maybe 8:30.
Please tell me the president, does he have a zero turn?
Yes.
Holy crap, we have to get you on it. And we need to get video of it.
I don't know if he'll let me on that. He's very protective of like his equipment.
If he's listening right now, Mr. President, text me and let me know if she would be allowed on the zero turn.
I bet he says no.
I think it would be hilarious.
Just like me driving, parallel parking, all that stuff, yeah. No, I doubt he lets me on that.
Is there other stuff that you think is an appropriate time for things?
When I get up usually before my husband does, so I don't really turn the lights on. I try my hardest to be quiet. Doesn't always work. Do you feel like you should be able to turn the lights on right when you wake up?
Oh, I don't even want to turn on the lights when I first wake up.
I use my phone flashlight. It's fine. I'm respectable if anyone asks.
That's what I do. If it's dark, I get out and I just turn my phone screen on, and that's usually enough light to get around.
And every single time I'll like go in the bathroom, we have like a glass sliding door, and I turn the light on because I think the glass sliding door blocks it out. And he always goes, "You know that doesn't work, right?" But I'll still do it.
I'm picturing you on a zero-turn mower. I haven't gotten away from that. I just feel like it'd be hilarious.
I think I can do it. I just don't think he'll let me.
We're doing that. We're gonna get the state highway patrolman to get in the car with you and give you a maneuverability test, and then we're gonna get you on the zero turn.
Emily does things.
Emily does things. That'll be our new bit. Kirsch and Emyle, New Country, fewer commercials, New Country 103.9. It's 8:11 Monday morning, 66. It's cold compared to how it has been.
I'm like, you know what? This is my kind of weather, so I'm here for it.
Well, it's going to be hot again this week, so just enjoy this while you can. So TikTok challenges. Have you ever done one of these TikTok challenges?
No, because they all seem dumb.
A lot of them are dangerous, but some of the, like the penny challenge. I don't know if you've heard of this one. It's where you try to film yourself getting shocked using a penny and like trying to jam it into a wall socket.
Seems smart.
The cereal challenge. This was a big one where you would lay on your back and have a friend pour milk and cereal into your mouth and film it, of course.
People are just dumb. I mean, that's the only way I can put it.
They need better things to do with their time. So we're going to try this new one. And I tried this last night when I discovered it, and I can't do it.
Okay.
But it's a challenge to see if you can. It's called the finger spin challenge. So here's what you do, right? You take your index fingers and you point them at each other, like so straight across. So not like pointing forward.
I have nails. This is not going to work.
You don't have to touch them together. Just point your index fingers at each other. So you're pointing back and forth, left and right. And then what you need to do is spin one finger one direction and spin the other finger in the other direction.
Okay.
I cannot do it. They both go the same direction.
Oh my gosh, wait.
Hold on, I'm watching you.
Who comes up with this stuff?
No, you're going the same direction. See,
really,
it's impossible to do, but apparently this is the new TikTok trend, and only about 10% of people can do it.
Okay, you know what? I am going to give a lot of these kids something to do. I have so many things because this is... Who comes up with this?
I can't do it. I'm seriously sitting here still trying to do this finger spin challenge. If you're in the car, don't do this.
We're not special. That's what I've decided.
But when you get to work or wherever you're going, try this again. Point your fingers at each other. So your right hand's pointing left and your left hand's pointing right.
I can't do it. I give up.
Then you spin them both. It's impossible. You know what? We should make a video and put it on socials of us trying this because I think both of us just went cross-eyed and there might be smoke coming out of my one ear right now.
I need to go do something normal with my life.
This is the dumbest thing we've ever done on air, but it's been fun. Tyler Hubbard, she's shaking her head. People can't hear you shaking your head. She's just sitting there shaking her head.
Who comes up with the stuff, you know?
I don't know, but we're talking about it on the radio.